The following video may contain views and opinions that differ from yours. If you don't like it, tough shit. You know, I gotta be honest with you. The one thing that I'm not gonna miss about this room when I move is the fact that it is fucking humid as hell in here. Like, straight up, we're at the start of fucking autumn, and I'm fucking sweating like a Cornet fanboy eating some Doritos. This room is fucking humid, bro, for sure. Anyway, so, getting on to the fucking topic of this video, right? I really need to learn to maybe go 30 seconds into the video without dropping an F-bomb. Maybe that's why YouTube keeps suppressing my content. Anyway, getting into the meat of this video. So, I started this ranting bullshit back in October 2014, right? Long time, whatever. But yeah, October 2014. So when a lot of people talk about the rant community, a lot of people are meaning the rant community around about 2013 and before that. You know, there's this fucking bullshit around that the ranting community's dead, the ranting community doesn't exist anymore. Now that's not true, but I started at a point in time where a lot of people thought the ranting community was beginning to die off. So I jumped in October 2014, became friends with a lot of guys in the ranting community between January and April 2015, and my channel sort of took off from there as much as it can take off when you've just hit 1,070 subscribers in fucking April 2021. But that's basically where I started and where I started picking up prominence. And you see, ranting isn't dead. The ranting community isn't dead. Within my own little circle, you've still got Ranter in Shades, Atticus the Death Metaler, Nate talks to you just off the top of my head from the old school ranting community. And yeah, a lot of those old school ranters either aren't around or they've moved on to other projects and shit, but they're still around. And you've got the modern community, which I consider myself a part of. You've got the likes of Cass Warfox, who does his pedo hunting stuff. Gage Doomgo does that pedo hunting stuff with a bit of ranting. You've got Athena the guitarist, who's still doing her side channel as far as I know. You've got Anthony Hunter uploads the occasional video. My mate Dan, who does his own rant videos nowadays when he can. Thrash Metal Guru's still doing his shit, who's an older school ranter I forgot to mention. Steve Trowbridge, Zach the Celtics guy. There's a bunch of us still floating around uploading content on a regular basis, right? The community's not this big booming fucking thing that it used to be, but it's definitely still around. I'll be honest with you, I am fucking elated I got into the ranting community when I did. Because before I started ranting, I went back and watched a bunch of your old school channels, you know. Shades, Atticus, Official GATG, Take Shot Action, Must Destroy All, Queenie, Undertaker Freak 1127, JJ Discussions. You know, all those guys that are part of the old school rant community and considered part of the golden age of the so-called ranting community, right? Except here's your problem. You often had a lot of infighting and internal dramas in the old school rant community. You say one thing wrong, you were prime material for these people you were supposed to be mates with to start ripping you a new one through a series of videos. If you did even the slightest thing these guys didn't like, ripped in half. There was a lot of infighting, a lot of dramas, a lot of people knifing each other in the back. Even really fucking recently, a lot of these old school ranters still had internal beefs with each other from shit that went down in 2012 to 2013. And my favourite target of a lot of my insult videos nowadays, old Johnny Bent Dick, he was responsible for some of it. But there are certainly others like MDA and Queenie who would jump other people and basically make a crux of just, you know, starting shit with people for the sake of drama, because that's what people wanted. Now, without going into too many specifics, Stoutmeister, Official GATG, the man with the giant dong, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's basically the man who united a bunch of us. He's the man that brought a bunch of us together. Brought the community together. Brought a whole bunch of fucking ranters together to share their thoughts. Talk to each other. Expand upon each other's content in a way. Help each other out and whatever. Now, it might not this little community built might not necessarily do that nowadays. But Stout brought a bunch of us together. And I think having that community hub there has helped eliminate a lot of the actual drama on YouTube. And people can say, oh yeah, the Ranting Community, Stout's community, whatever, is just drama, bullshit, infighting, whatever. Not so much anymore. There are a bunch of us who are still mates. And it's sort of looked down on nowadays to make videos on your own mates rather than just talking and hashing it out. There's your key difference, and that's where I think I got lucky. Because I'm now part of the Ranting Community. Now it's more united and there's less toxic elements in it than there used to be back in the day. There's a lot of bullshit and infighting that I missed that I was worried I would be a part of if I started ranting. That was one of my main fears when I started in the Ranting Community. Thankfully I joined in the era where a lot of that bullshit was eliminated, and I think thanks to Stout, it's not as prominent, because as I say, you talk to your mates now when you've got shit that you might not necessarily like. Ranter A might not like something Ranter B said or did, so Ranter A will bail up Ranter B about it personally. And if Ranter A makes a video on Ranter B, then Ranter A is basically going to get a bunch of messages telling him, oi dickhead, pull your head in, rather than 90 videos about why Ranter A is a massive piece of shit. I guess in a long roundabout way I'm trying to say, the cool thing about the modern ranting community is if there's bullshit going down, 9 times out of 10 it's people talking to each other. People rant about shit and people rant about people that piss them off, but if your mates, you give them a little bit of leeway. It's not, hey, I'm suddenly going to turn on my mate. It's, I'm going to have a word to my mate. And if he's being a massive dickhead, then yeah, maybe he deserves the video. But it doesn't quite get to that point anymore. Shade said it best in his video when MDA basically got outed as a disturbing sex predator, that the ranting community nowadays is more united, people get along more, and there's not that internal infighting. Because that shit's not cool, and it makes for a really fucking sucky experience. So I'm stoked to have joined the ranting community when I did. I've made a fuck ton of mates from that shit. It's cool knowing a bunch of people from around the world. It's cool getting to meet different people and learning shit about each other's cultures, joking around with people, fucking around with people. I've been part of a lot of really cool fucking collaborations I wouldn't have been a part of if I hadn't joined YouTube and gotten involved in this community of stouts. So I'm fucking glad I joined when I did, and I'm glad I was never part of the old school ranting community. Because that shit was just toxic, and as an outsider looking into the things that went on back then, that's just not fun, bro. It's just shit. So I'm glad I now am part of the modern YouTube ranting community where even if there is drama, it's less cunty and people are less douchey in the way they go about resolving that shit. It's cool, man. I dig this community I'm part of, and I'm eternally fucking grateful that the people who are part of that community included me. I'm just some fucking loudmouth from small town New Zealand, and yet I got all these fucking mates from America, Canada, England, what have you. It's grass as fuck, and I'm happy to be here. Anyway, I need a drink of water because my throat is fucking killing me. I'm Damian Skyfire. Until next time.